Bene, eccoci qua. Come promesso, la distribuzione ai Wonder ci ha portato i protagonisti di questo film, che sono quindi molto onorata di chiamare qui con me. Motaz Malhees. Welcome here. Poi scusate, ma la mia pronuncia è tremenda. Clara Huri and Saja Kilani. Welcome here. Please stay here in the middle with me. You have two microphones. You have to pass by you the two microphones. And I have this one so I can also go to them when they have question for you. And so welcome, very welcome here. I know it's difficult to speak after this movie at the beginning. I know because I saw it yesterday. And I know it requires a bit of silence and it requires to think about what you have seen. And so I will start breaking the ice for you, and then I hope you have questions and things to say. Siete quasi tutti giovani, io penso che tutti sappiate l'inglese, però siete 200, immagino che qualcuno che può avere delle difficoltà ci possa essere. Se è così, per favore alzate la mano, siate coraggiosi, se avete problemi e volete la traduzione ditemelo che così la farò. Ho sentito un sì, ok, va bene, c'è sempre solo una persona che si espone e dice sì, ho bisogno della traduzione, ma lei basta anche per gli altri che magari sono timidi e non lo dicono. Allora, dicevo semplicemente che romperò io il ghiaccio e poi appunto si aspettano anche le vostre domande. So, where to start? It's difficult. It's difficult because when it's a true story, it's even more difficult to talk about it. But you had the courage to interpret it in in uh, in a very, I think, truthful way. And what is stunning here is the mixture of reality and fiction. You know it's a fiction over a true story, but you also see slowly that the parts of the film are increasingly in the realm of reality, and it's also a documentary, and it is a documentary. And so my first question, I don't know who who wanted who wants to start, is how the director asked you to act, to be so close to reality. How could you study this situation to actually portray something that has really happened? Who wants to start?
Yeah.
I will have to make a very short translation
Yeah, we can
sometime. Yeah.
compose it. Well, first of all, thank you all for being here. We really appreciate it. Grazie. Grazie mille. So the director actually gave each of us the contacts of our respective characters. So we each spoke to the real characters. I spoke to Rana, Motaz spoke to Omar, and Clara spoke to Nasreen. And we really developed this kind of friendship with them. Would you like to translate that for?
Sì, ho chiesto come la regista gli ha chiesto di essere aderenti al vero in questo film, visto che si tratta di una storia vera dove ci sono anche degli inserti di documentario, come avete visto, cioè di documento. E la risposta iniziale è che la regista li ha fatti confrontare effettivamente con le persone che hanno realmente vissuto questo fatto, quindi le persone che loro interpretano.
And with Rana, what I appreciated from her is she told me, don't copy me. I just want you to hear the voice. And that was enough, really. You talked about how this is truthful and if how we overlapped acting and not really there was no acting. And I think the director made this brilliant choice. We did not hear Hen's voice in rehearsals. The first time we heard her voice was on action. We knew what she said. We read the script, but it's one thing when you read it, and it's a whole other thing when you hear it. So the reaction you saw actually was real. And we shot in one location, so we were able to shoot chronologically from from the start of the film to the end. So every scene, the voice was kept hidden until it was on action. And that also helped us bring out at some points we all thought we were really on the phone with her and we were trying to save her because we wanted to honor the truth behind the story.
Sì, all'inizio lei ha parlato con Rana che le ha detto non copiarmi, non voglio che tu sia appunto una copia di me. E effettivamente all'inizio loro non hanno ascoltato le registrazioni, ma solo in una fase successiva e quindi è stato più un gioco di relazione fra di loro, di mettersi nella situazione e hanno girato cronologicamente, però questo è molto importante, quindi andando in ordine nella situazione, quindi proprio tuffandosi effettivamente nella situazione. Do you have anything to add to this about the director and your relationship with her and also with the real character, the real people?
Good afternoon, Milan. First of all, we are so happy and honored to be with you. The process, to be honest, was not an easy thing. But Kauthar bin Haniya, she gave us the full freedom on set, the full care, the full love. And the preparation was just rehearsal, like any rehearsal, but on set, there was the commitment is not even 100%, it was 300%. Because you are talking about super sensitive topic, you're talking to a child who's pleading to the world to be rescued, and the world let her down. As Saja said, the moment you hear her voice, you sink into the story because you are talking to a real person. This is not the AI voice. That's the real record from the Ready Crescent. Every single thing you hear, that's her real voice. This is not a fiction. This is not like, okay, it's in a film, yeah. It's a fiction film, docu-fiction, but this is a real story. So the moment you see that kid begging you to be rescued, you're done. Like the first thing I felt when I heard her voice on set, it just sent me back to my childhood. I was born and raised in Jenin City in the West Bank. It's a tough area. I don't know, maybe some of you knows the city, but it reminds me of my childhood in 2002 and what was happening in my city. It's still happening. The army is all around the city now, controlling everything. So it sent me back to my childhood, and every moment I was hearing her voice, I felt like I'm dying. And I felt powerless. And I reached to a level like I believed that I can save her. But then in the end, you got back to the reality and you realize that they've killed her with 355 bullets. 355 bullets. I don't know, like, you just commit because you feel like powerless and all you have in your hands is art, and you deliver it to the world, so they might listen. After 77 years of colonization, ethnic cleanse, and apartheid, the world started to realize, oh, there is something called Palestine just 2 years ago. The world was blind. Still, some people are blind. Some people also say like, oh, I can't go watch this movie. What about the people who are living it? That's always I'm thinking about it. So the commitment and the love and the care from the crew, from the cast, from the director, from the producers, that was the process. That was one heart, one body. We need to do something about it. We got nothing in our hands other than just to deliver the story to the world, so they might wake up from that long, deep sleep and do something about it.
Partirò dalla fine. La cosa fondamentale è stato l'impegno collettivo fortissimo di tutto il cast, di tutta la troupe, perché questo è un film che chissà che non possa servire a qualche cosa, insomma. E poi ha raccontato che Kauter Benahia gli ha lasciato totale libertà e che poi nel momento in cui hanno sentito le registrazioni ci affondi dentro proprio, ci affoghi in questa storia, perché appunto entrando nella parte vorresti salvarla, quella bambina, ma quella bambina è già morta, crivellata da 360 e quante pallottole, insomma. E quella voce, quella storia, a lui personalmente ha ricordato la sua infanzia. Lui è della Cisgiordania e si ricorda di quante volte sono successe, insomma, delle cose così nella sua città fin da quando era bambino, e quindi ancora di più a livello personale c'è questo commitment, questo impegno, che poi era appunto un impegno collettivo di tutta la troupe. Ho sicuramente saltato qualche pezzo, però credo che il nocciolo ci sia. You look at me with your beautiful blue eyes. Green. Sorry. So in the movie you were a sort of the character who bring some balance. Was it difficult to bring balance in such a situation?
Yes. Have you ever seen a therapist that breaks down? Well, I did break down while listening and hearing her voice. We all did. We had our moments, but specifically to Nisreen, we all spoke to the real characters and did our research and long conversations, and we kept in touch with them. For me specifically, to play the role of the therapist who is like needs to really pull it together and hold the whole office and like keep it sane and composed. Honestly, I was channeling my therapist, and Nisreen, the real character, until when I spoke to her, she told me that she was like, the story of Hind Rajab affected her deeply, and she didn't get over it. And only after the film was released and we had the whole big thing in Venice and the appreciation that we got from the audience and the people, she sent me a message saying that only now I can release. I can release because the story is being heard, and the voice has been the voice of Hind Rajab is echoing now in the world. So only now her trauma and her deep sorrow, she's releasing it and she's setting it free. This film is hard, I know. Her voice is the voice of us as all Palestinians. We are really right now, I mean, I don't know, I'm desperate as a Palestinian. I don't know what else is gonna help, what else is gonna make a change. What I've seen in Italy is big support from the people. And it's amazing to witness that. And I hope at least you people can make a change and make a difference, to be on the right side of history and to try to make a change as much as you can. Yeah, thank you.
Anche lei appunto ha parlato molto con la persona che interpreta, che di fatto è una terapista, ma non ha lei stessa superato questo trauma, se non un pochino si è liberata nel momento in cui, dopo che il film è stato applaudito a Venezia, si è sentito questa eco, questo sostegno, e quindi ha potuto un po' perlomeno insomma sentire che la voce di HIND RAJAB può essere sentita in tutto il mondo e avere un'eco. E niente, poi ha raccontato appunto che venendo in Italia ha sentito il sostegno delle persone e che questo è un motivo di speranza per lei, che in quanto palestinese è chiaramente in questo momento a pezzi. Ma io passerei a questo punto il microfono a voi, che sarete ancora lì un po' annichiliti, però per favore cercate di venire su con l'energia un pochino e approfittare di questa occasione per fare loro delle domande, e vi porto il microfono, quindi dovete alzare la mano. Arrivo.
Salam, ismi Bushra, and I'm in Maghreb. Hi, everybody. Sorry. I'm going to ask the question in English. I'm just, Motaz, we have a acquaintance in common, Mia, and she watched the movie yesterday night, and she said that as a Palestinian, she felt like that movie said stuff that she's been screaming inside for so long. I mean, her whole life, but for the Palestinian people and the Arab world, it's been for 77 years. I want to say, do you feel like this year in 2025, after not only the release of the movie, but we've seen what Italians have done on Monday, do you think there's a change in the movement and how it's going? And do you think that it'll actually change stuff?
I've seen what the Italians doing in the streets, and we appreciate that. And we have seen what the Italian government is still doing. So we appreciate what you're doing, but the world needs to do more. Just think if that was your people, your family. Put your feet in our shoes. And imagine if those were your kids. And I'll tell you what the answer will be. You will burn the world for it. This is the reality. Let's be realistic about it. It's sad. It's heartbreaking. It makes me feel like sometimes I sit with myself and I think, are we less than you? Are you human and we something else? I'm disgusted from the world. And sometimes I say I have hope, but I don't know if I do. I'm being honest, for maybe now, tonight, and now, literally, the first screen I say this word. I think I've lost hope long ago. Sometimes I say I have hope, but maybe I'm not being honest. I just want my people to have hope. But all I can see that we are being erased, ethnic cleansed, and by all the government in Europe, America. They are complicit. They are a big part of it. Deep, 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 deep. And the only one who can really put pressure and real change is you. Because I swear, if that was happening somewhere else and we are free people, you will see us like running the street. We will not be silent. Even if tomorrow Palestine gets free, you will see the Palestinian fighting for all the oppressed people in the world. I don't think the world is doing enough. No, I'd be a liar if I said yes. Like, I could say, yeah, wow, amazing, beautiful. But while we're standing in here, we have a roof on top of our heads. We have lights and water, food, and everything. And people in there being under genocide. Right now, like, people are being killed while we're here. You go to your home, you have your pint of beer or glass of wine. You enjoy your life and you just fall asleep. And the next day goes, and the next day goes. And the people keep saying, oh, tomorrow we will do something. Tomorrow we will do something. This world is corrupted big time for me. I'm myself, I'm disgusted from the world. If you want to translate this part.
Insomma, non è facile tradurre perché è emozionale, emotivo e io non ce la faccio, però ci provo. Sì, ha visto le manifestazioni, certo, quello è qualcosa che dà speranza, ma è difficile avere speranza in questo momento, bisogna provarci, ma soprattutto sappiamo bene che i nostri governi, e non solo il nostro, ma tutti i governi occidentali sono collusi, sono coinvolti e quindi gli unici che possono fare qualcosa siamo noi, siete voi e si tratta di mettersi nei panni di quelle persone che anche in questo momento stanno morendo e anche se noi abbiamo un tetto sopra la testa, mettersi nei loro panni perché la domanda è: sono persone diverse? Sono un altro tipo di persone? Non sono persone come le altre? La risposta è evidente, insomma, mi fermo qua.
Last thing I just want to say, if those were your kids, your nephews, your nieces, your cousins, your family friends, what would you do for real?
E quindi la domanda è: se fossero i vostri cugini, i vostri nipoti, la vostra famiglia, che cosa fareste?
I would just like to add something about what we think of the movement. I think the only thing that is unbeatable and the only thing that you can control is hope. I have so much hope as an artist, as a human being. I see it. I see it with you all being here, choosing to come see this film. Hind had hope. She held on to hope till the very end, even though at some point in the film she says, "I'm bamut," which I'm dying. But she held on to hope. And that is what, in my opinion, is so powerful. And I think this is why the Palestinian cause has been going for so long, because they're not able to beat that. They're unable to bring people down. We're still here. We're proud to be Palestinian, and we're proud to see all these people stand up for us. We see you, we hear you, and so do the people in Palestine. You know, I spoke to Rana yesterday. She told me, Saja, I'm so happy that I'm seeing people talking about this film, talking about Hind. This gives them hope. So whatever you're doing right now, we appreciate it so much, and I love your hair.
La risata, per chi non ha capito, era perché ama i suoi capelli e invece il resto era sulla speranza, che è la cosa più importante, che sta, che è il nocciolo anche per Hind nel film, anche quando dice sto per morire, mi stanno per uccidere, ha comunque della speranza di essere salvata e la speranza è ciò che dà forza e vedere anche questo film, le reazioni che suscita, le manifestazioni che ci sono, insomma, anche per i palestinesi in questo momento è una fonte di speranza molto forte. Sono qua per voi, alzate la mano, non siate timide, timidi. So che è difficile, potete anche fare domande su come è stato fatto il film, non solo sulle questioni più drammatiche, se volete. So I have a very small question, curiosity. Both of you were wearing something white. Was it on purpose?
I
Was it-
think,
because you were new in the team and so you didn't wear the red.
yeah,
Yeah. He refused. Yeah.
yeah, but if
And she was all in white.
you want the depth of it, or like this is the idea of the director, to be honest, because she's like when we see those brave heroes working in the Red Crescent, risking their life to save even one life, we see them as angels, and that's what I think was in the director mind, without even asking her.
Yeah, I think so.
And that's such a deep thought when she added this in this way. She's, I think, the most intelligent filmmaker I ever worked with. I was dreaming to work with Kauthar bin Haniya. And she's such a pure human being. Like, other than she's a super talented human artist, she's an amazing, 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 pure heart person. She was super committed to this story and to humanity. Like, Kauthar is always doing things about the people and the suffering of the people, the oppressed people. So I think that was the thing behind it, because we see those people in the ambulances, in the Red Crescent as angels who's trying to save other people's life.
Sì, gli ho chiesto questa curiosità. I due personaggi loro sono vestiti di bianco nel film e lui non lo sa, però insomma suppone che forse è come loro stessi vedevano questi due eroi nel film che cercano di salvare la bambina, li ha vestiti bianco come se fossero due angeli, quindi per questa natura appunto. E poi ha fatto una serie di elogi alla regista che sia sotto il profilo professionale che sotto il profilo umano, insomma, stima molto. You were not white. Altre domande? Eccola, la manina timida che però si alza.
Well, it's not really a question, but first of all, I want to thank you for being here, for being humans, and for making us feel your pain, because sometimes we forget a lot of things around here. I mean, I speak for myself, but I think some people could agree with me. We feel your pain, okay? You're not alone. Nobody alone here, okay? And even though in our life, as you said, we're not doing enough, we're trying, and people will keep trying to feel and to be with you. Thank you so much for everything you've done, and have a nice continue.
I think there is, for me, an important thing to observe in the structure of the movie, and because yes, it's true story, but what is most relevant for me is the craziness of the system that is shown, because what I saw in the movie is exactly what I'm seeing about all the rest of the things that are happening, like the helps that don't arrive because they are controlled by the army, etc., etc. And so, yeah, it's focused on a true story that is so moving, but at the same time, I think it's very important, this aspect of a sort of metaphor for everything that is happening now. What do you think about it?
I'll help you there to add something. Well, a child usually asks for candy, asks to go to the park, sleep at their friend's house. A child never asks to live. And I think that's the absurdity that's shown here. And I've said this before and I'll say it again, mind my repetition, but tell me where in the world does an ambulance have to ask for permission to go save someone? Or where in the world does an ambulance get assaulted for trying to save someone? Really, the real question is, why is an ambulance put in such position? Why is a child put in a position where she has to beg for survival? These are all important questions because there's an answer to those questions. And this film exposes the absurdity of it. That we still live in a world where this is currently ongoing. You know, the real heroes also are the Red Crescent workers that are still active to this day. They're still working despite what happened with HIND, despite how many other HINDs they faced. The only person that actually quit was Mehdi. And it's said in the film, if I lose one more, I'm gonna quit. And he did. But Rana, Nisreen and Omar are still active, and like you said, it's crazy, it's absurd. And this is why it's important to talk about this film, and why it's important to see it, and why it's important to feel it.
Sì, il discorso era riguardo al fatto dell'assurdità dello schema, questo schema al di là della questione della bambina, lo schema per cui un'ambulanza debba chiedere il permesso per poter andare a salvare una bambina e un'ambulanza in realtà poi venga abbattuta mentre sta tentando di salvare una bambina, che poi è lo stesso schema di tutto quello che sta continuando ad accadere. È esattamente quella follia. È stato più che una domanda e una risposta, ci siamo insomma date un po' la mano su questo, su questa constatazione. Il film vuole mostrare in maniera anche molto chiara questo folle disegno, questa assurdità che continua. Arrivo? No, scusami, negli Stati Uniti. The question is if the movie is going to be released in the United States.
Hopefully, yeah, as I know. But the film is being distributed in the Arab world, in here in Europe, and the team is still working on America. So hopefully we have brave people there to do it. We will see. We can't say yes, but we are hopeful. Maybe we will see.
Hopefully they're as brave as you are.
Sì, ci sono dei coraggiosi che stanno tentando di portare il film in America, quindi sperano di sì. No. Dice, there are also many American names in
Yes.
the credits in the
Tho-
production.
Those are executive producers. There is something called distributors, which is the people who sell the movies in the cinemas.
Non basta che ci sia parte di produzione americana, ci vuole proprio un distributore che accetti poi di distribuire il film. E quindi c'è nella squadra qualche coraggioso che sta provando a portare il film e sperano di sì. Ma non c'è ancora un sì definitivo, evidentemente. The question is about the location where it was shot.
It was shot in Tunisia, in one location, and I would like to add the extras in the film were all Palestinian students studying in Tunisia. Everyone was engaged. Everyone was engaged for the cause of the film. It was a mixture of Palestinians, Tunisians, Colombian. The cinematographers from Colombia. He was amazing. He held the camera on his shoulder all day on his hands, all day. He was amazing. Everyone was engaged. The set was closed, very intimate. Kauthar was amazing, respectful. She's like a maestro, you know, like a virtuoso. She was conducting everyone respectfully, loving, and she will insist and she will get what she wants. Like, this woman is so brave that she took the brave jump, the brave initiative to tell the story of Hind Rajab. You know, she did not wait until she gets all the funding, all the, you know, all the money. We did it really intimate and small. And all the Hollywood names that came after, it came after they watched the film. The executive producers joined after when the film was finished, and they watched the cut, and they felt empowered, and that they wanted to be part of it and to help this movie rise, you know, and get the voice that it deserves. Yeah, I hope this film will go everywhere.
Il film è stato girato in Tunisia. Kautar è stata molto coraggiosa e ha deciso di girarlo anche prima che ci fossero tutti i soldi che sembravano necessari, insomma, quindi hanno avuto questo set abbastanza intimo con anche molti giovani palestinesi che studiano in Tunisia, tunisini e anche colombiani, fra cui il direttore della fotografia. E si è creata appunto questa atmosfera molto bella sul set perché lei è una che si prende cura di tutti, che tratta tutti con grande rispetto e tutti erano molto appunto sentivano molto l'impegno di questo film e i produttori esecutivi americani importanti di cui avete visto i nomi alla fine si sono aggiunti dopo aver visto il film fatto hanno deciso di contribuire perché potesse avere appunto un percorso più ampio, più facile nel mondo e quindi sì, sperano che possa andare in tanti paesi. Arrivo.
Hi. since I'm sure you did your research on what happened right after this tragedy, I'm sure you did research on what the Israeli army said about this episode, if they said anything, because in the movie everything is tracked and registered, and we see that they gave green light to the ambulance, and probably they gave kind of a justification of what happened, and I thought we would have seen at the end of the movie, because it's such, you know, controversial, that there's such a long approval process to have green light, and then you get there and this happens. So I was wondering if you know what's been said on the other side, let's say.
Did you say justification?
No, just they say, I assume they said something. I don't know. Do they provide any report
No,
or
they
anything, or they don't say anything? I don't know.
No.
Nothing. Okay.
Let's say whatever they said. What justifies killing a kid this way?
No, not that I think there's justification. They
No, they didn't. No.
They didn't.
No.
Okay.
No. They wouldn't care also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even right now, this is all live streamed. We see videos of brutal actions, and there is no comments, you know. On my way here, I saw a video of like 8 children completely scattered to pieces, lived. You go to any journalist that's in Gaza, all that's left in Gaza, and you open their live stories or you open anything, and they're posting exactly what's ongoing on the ground right now. Israel controls social media. Of course, they see what's being put on social media. But with your help, with you coming, with amplifying this film, I have hope that we can reach those in power to want to do something, because like Motaz said, there's no justification whatsoever. These people need to be punished for what they're doing. Why do they have immunity? It makes no sense. We're all under international law, supposedly.
But I want to add on top of that, because you asked, haven't you seen the videos of soldiers telling like how many kids they have killed, saying it in videos? Do you see these videos or not, guys? I don't know if it just only exists in my phone. They come and tell you like, yeah, I've killed 10 kids. What's the problem with that? And I will kill more. I don't think the like people who saying that, why would they come and say anything about justification? Like they saying it. They're not afraid to say it. Like, I'm committing that and I'm saying it. It's not like they're hiding it. They're not hiding it. You all know that. We all know that. There's nothing justify killing a human being in this way, especially children. And I'm gonna say something, maybe the first time I'm saying it to the public. You know Bibi Netanyahu, yeah? If I have a child, like kids, like his kids in a room with me, I only will take care of them and feed them. They are kids. They're kids, angels. What are you gonna do to kids? And I'm a person who lost a lot. A lot. I don't want to say what I don't want to make the spotlight about my life and family and friends. I wouldn't scratch a kid. Like, that's the difference between me and them.
If I may add, the fundamental of their society right now, of the Israeli society, that they are teaching their kids hatred, and they are teaching violence in their schools, in their kindergartens. They are teaching their kids that a Palestinian is a fucking snake, and its head need to be cut off. This is the real and the majority of the society in Israel right now. So there is nothing to compare or say what are they commenting. Of course. I mean, of course they will make up whatever, and they will navigate and mitigate their opinion, and make you also pity on them too, you know, using their cause and their suffering. But what they're doing is they suffered in their past, so they are dropping it on us right now without any respect, without even looking in the eyes of a person and asking and seeing us as human beings, because their blood is not better than our blood. There is no difference between my kid and their kid. Sorry.
La riassumerò ovviamente in breve. La domanda del resto è più che legittima, perché viene da chiedere, ma hanno detto qualcosa, visto che ci sono dei documenti di tutto quello che è successo? Gli israeliani in qualche modo hanno tentato di giustificarsi, di dire perché è andata così, ma la risposta è ovvia: no, no, perché non gliene frega assolutamente niente, perché questa cosa sta succedendo anche oggi, al punto che, se state un po' sui social, avrete visto anche i soldati israeliani vantarsi di quanti bambini hanno ucciso. E lei ha aggiunto questa cosa dell'educazione che viene impartita ai bambini israeliani, e se avete visto Happy Holiday, se avete visto Innocence, se avete visto, che sono un film fatto da un palestinese che in questo momento è in esilio da Haifa, ma che abitava a Haifa, e l'altro insieme a un israeliano, e un film fatto da un cittadino israeliano ebreo. Entrambi testimoniano quello che vi ha appena detto lei, ossia che ai bambini fin dalla scuola dell'infanzia in Israele viene insegnato l'odio nei confronti dei palestinesi, e usano questo dolore, questa sofferenza che loro hanno avuto in passato, ma che adesso invece stanno rovesciando su di loro. Are there any other questions? A hand there?
If that can be the last one, please.
For sure.
Because we sit 12 and we have travel and we really I didn't sleep since yesterday. I
The
really
last
want to
one,
be
I
with you
promise.
till the morning, but I'm late.
Hello, so I want to thank you and taking care of what you just said. I want to also say sorry for that's only my thought, of course. I'm not talking for anyone else here, but I want to say sorry for the questions about the movie, because here we're not talking about the movie. I think here we're talking something else, which is happening every day, and which happens every day since we were born. Because you said at the beginning, do you think we are different? Actually, we are, but the bad side is it's us. Because I've grown in a very lucky family. I've had my studies. I studied medicine, and in the course of these studies, I've seen that I've taken a different path from the people who went with that ambulance to that place. I don't feel like a medical doctor. I feel like something else, which is totally different. I'm not human. I feel like just a cog inside a machine that works for I don't know what. So I feel very sorry for the fact that we need a movie to take care of something that it's so clear at the eyes of everyone. And also thank you again for what you're doing, because I see it's your people, but also for that cause it's 100 times more difficult to do something like what you're doing today, being here with us, and also taking care of just a movie, if I could say just a movie.
Thank you so much. You know, we don't want to be doing, we want to talk about films about love. We want to talk about our lives. You know, we've said this before. We want to make those films. We shouldn't have to make those films. And we're hoping this is the last of those films. We're hoping this stops. But I'll leave you with this. Let's reverse the hatred, because I agree with what Clara said. They are being taught to hate us. So let's reverse it. If you're a teacher, or if you know a teacher, your cousin's a teacher, your sister's a teacher, your brother's a teacher, tell them about Palestinians. Tell them about our children. Tell them about the good side too. These are people that love football and love, you know, we still get married and we have children and we love life, and we need to tell these stories because we need to reverse this hatred. I'm not telling you to teach them to hate Israelis. No. No. I'm telling you, teach them to love, to know about Palestinians, because they're being ethnically cleansed. And this is very important. And this is what we can do. Education is a very, very, very important thing. And cinema is also a form of education. But really, if you know a teacher or you are one, please use that. That's also a very big platform. It's going to work in the future. It's going to breed generations like yourselves who, oh my God, who, sorry, I just ate, who want to, I lost my train of thought.
I agree with Saja. All you need to teach the kids around you is love and to care really about humanity and to stand up for humanity. And thank you so much for your honesty. And you are an amazing human being. Don't say bad things to yourself. We love honest people like you who are seeing what's going on, and they see it and they say it in the honest way. I want to wrap up before we leave and just want to say, don't let this story stop here. Tell the people to go learn about Palestine. I know some people will go like, oh, it's hard to go watch it. Tell them there is people who are living it. So you need to go see what's going on. This story, it is about HIND, but in the same time, it talks about the hundreds of thousands of kids in Gaza and in Palestine. But sadly, we need to bring a super personal story to the world, so maybe they understand us. I don't know what to say, but don't let it stop in here. Please, like, tell the people about it.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for your so warm presence here and all your words that are really giving us the meaning of this movie, the meaning of our being here together. Thank you. Grazie a tutti. Il film rimane in sala tutti i giorni con orari diversi, fate il passaparola, non solo al Beltrade, anche in altre sale. Grazie.
No, أنا